How's everyone doing? Simple Express here. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Not too bad on my end here. Doing some running right now. Figured I'd make a video. So an update on what's going on with me. Sorry I haven't made that many videos. Still new to this whole YouTube thing of me actually putting videos out. People, enjoying the content that I'm putting out. If you have any recommendations or questions or about a video you would like me to put out or information that you want me to put out there to you or for you guys, please leave a comment down below and I'll answer them and get back to you. This is not my main YouTube page. This is my secondary YouTube page. Still learning this, but an update. So I know that I've spoke about dispatch services and stuff like that in the past, and I know I spoke about my background. So an update on that is I am going to become a real legitimately owner-operator. And what I mean by that is, currently, I don't have my own authority. I'm working with, or leased to a couple, 3-4 different companies. And basically all I'm using them for is to find me loads. And yes, I'm using their DOT number, their motor carrier number, in order for them to find me loads and keep me moving. Now, I'm not complaining because I make very good money with them. But at the same time, they are taking a lot of money in an aspect out of my pocket. And what I mean by that is, like one dispatch service, I get 75% of the load. They get 25%. The other dispatch service, I get 80, they get 20. The other dispatch service, I get 57%, they get the remaining portion, And I don't believe a dispatch service should be making that much money off of it. And I'm assuming the reason they do that is because it's local and people don't know no better. People don't research. Well, I'm no dummy. I do a lot of research and find out if I'm getting, so I've been doing this like I said, for about 4 years as a courier / expediter / hotshot, however you want to look at it, or whatever the terminology everybody keeps calling it. I heard it different things. So but I was going to start my own authority this month, but I found out they have a United Fuel Registration, I think is what it's called, UFR or something like that I have to pay for also, which is like $130. I don't know if it's, I'm going through a service. I'm paying for a service to get my USDO2 number, my motor carrier number, BOC3, and get all that stuff done for me. And yes, I am paying, a lot of money for it, but in aspects of I won't have to worry about doing it and it's done right. And me and my wife tried doing it, and yeah, we got about 3/4 of the way and we're like, we're not sure we're doing this right. So she's like, just go pay for the service and get it done that way. So I called, and it's not too bad. It's a lot cheaper than one guy wanted to charge me $1,800 to do the same stuff these other companies doing. The other company that I called wanted to charge like $1,300 to do the same thing this other company's doing, and for a lot less. And so basically how it works is, so if I start my MC number process now, I have to pay for my UFR now and next year. So I might as well pay them for both, right? Well, I don't look at it that way. I'm looking at it like what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the first of the year. Then I'm going to reapply for my MC number, or not reapply. I'm going to start the process for my MC number, USDOT number, VOC and all, UFR and all that. Get that all done. And that way it saves me $130, you know. And then once, it takes 21 days for you to get your MC number active. And then I already have commercial insurance, so, and I'm already paying commercial insurance prices, so I don't have to worry about none of that other stuff. I just got to get that stuff taken care of, and the insurance is already being taken care of. So first of the year, I'm gonna have my own authority. Might be February, but it's still around the first of the year. I'm gonna have my own authority. I'm gonna start booking my own loads. My wife is gonna be my dispatcher. She's gonna come home from being a dispatcher for another company, and we're gonna put more money in our pockets. I'm still gonna pay her just like I would if she was another person, and I'm gonna pay her more than what, let's say, like someone, if you wanted her services, you wouldn't pay what I'm paying her, because I'm trying to supplement some income that she's losing out on by coming home to dispatch me. And then if we can find more drivers to be dispatched, great. If not, no biggie. We would love to. Our goal is we want to get 10 trucks dispatched, not including me, or vehicles dispatched that she's going to be taking care of, not including me. And then, like I said, I believe I told you that it's going to be like 10% or less is what she's going to charge, which is the average of what most other places, because I've called a lot of dispatch services and see what they charge, and that's pretty close, right in there, 10 and less. So I am going to, in 2021, have my own authority finally. Now, that being said, currently I'm in a Chevy Express 2500. My goal for next year is to step up. I'm either going to step up to a Sprinter van, and not just any Sprinter van. It's probably going to be the biggest, the longest that I can find. Or I'm going to give me a box truck. I already went and looked at one that I'm very interested in. Same with the Sprinter van. And I'm going to get one of those two. And as long as I stay under 26,001 pounds, I won't have to do anything else for my DOT and motor carrier number. It'll all be done what I'm getting at the first of the year. So, I'll tell you what it's costing me for getting your own authority in this type of vehicle. With this company that I'm going with, I'll have to look them up, and I'll leave it in the description of the video. They're real good from my understanding, and reviews. Most companies want to charge me like 18, not most. There's a few companies out there that's trying to rape you, basically. Want you to charge you 18 or 15 or 13 or $1,200 to do something like this. Personally, I wouldn't pay more than $900 to $1,000 at very max $1,000. I think that's extremely too much too, but cuts out the headache for you. So I pay or I am going to be paying 800 and, like, let's say rounded up 880 bucks, in that ballpark, 850 to 880, which is a lot better than the rest that I found. And they do the exact same thing. I did find one that I liked also. They charge $900, like $100 more, but they offer you a fuel card. And if you get approved for their fuel card, their services are free. You just pay for your US DOT number, which is free, and you pay for your motor carrier number, the BOC3, and your UFR. Yeah, and I thought that was pretty neat and pretty cool. And they also offering factory, which, if you're going to have your own authority, I highly recommend you getting a factoring company. It's going to save you from waiting on these buttholes or brokers that doesn't have very good ratings to pay you. So a factoring company, you're going to be able to get paid. Some of them pay you in 15 minutes, you know, after you make the delivery and they get the paperwork. Some of them pay you in 24 to 48 hours, which is a lot better than waiting 3, 4, or 5 months. Sometimes I've seen people waiting 9 months to get their money. And I don't got money like that to be waiting for people to pay me, so I'm definitely getting a factoring company once my authority in effect. And to answer your question, I had this question that I had to ask because I wasn't sure. I was trying to get a factoring company now, and you cannot get a factoring company, from my understanding, at least the ones that I called, without having a US DOT and motor carrier number, or a DOT number, or motor carrier. So I recommend getting a factoring company. I personally recommend, this is just my opinion, you don't have to take that, what I'm saying, to heart or follow it, but my recommendations is, if you're going to get your own authority, I would pay for someone to do it so you don't mess up, because where you get your DOT number and motor carrier number from, honestly, the wording, my wife is a very intelligent person. She's got 3 degrees, bachelor's degrees, and some of the wording was confusing her. So we decided to go pay for them to do it for us, and that is my recommendation for you. It saves you time, and honestly, it saves you money. And honestly, if you mess up doing it yourself, either one, you're going to get the wrong thing that you're going to be hauling something and they're going to pull you in and find out you're hauling the wrong thing that your DOT number is classified for, or motor carrier is classified for, or you will end up paying double, if not triple. Remember that $1,800 I was telling you about? Yeah, you could possibly charge yourself $1,800 to get it off of the FMCO webpage for the government. And if you're not paying attention, you know, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, here's your money back. They're keeping that money if you overpay. So just for your MC number and motor carrier number, without you still have to get your BOC3 and your UFR taken care of, which I'm not 100% sure you can do that on the government website for your motor carrier DOT number. But you can overcharge yourself. So that's why I went this route. And I'm excited, man, to get my own authority. The only thing is, if I do step up into a commercial vehicle, CDL vehicle, like a box truck that's over 26,001 pounds, or a semi, I would love to own a semi. That was my dream when I first got my Class A license. But life happened, which always happens. So I ended up having to come off the road and find some local, and you know, that's neither here nor there. But like I said, the exciting news is I'm gonna have my own authority. My wife is going to be my dispatcher because I'm tired of paying these other companies their fees 20+%, when I could have a dispatch service that I'm paying 10%. Now, granted, if I'm paying 20% to a company and it's justifiable, then I'm good with it. And what I mean by justifiable is, like I said, I used to drive semis. And I'll be honest, not one time when I was driving over the road as a Class A driver in a semi did I ever have to sit for 4 days waiting on to get dispatched because they didn't plan right or trip right or however you want to put it. My thing is, if I get a call from you saying, hey, do you want this load? It's going from Denver, Colorado to Carlisle, Indiana, and I tell you, yes, I'm going to take that load, and I'm paying you 20%, you better be getting me a load somewhere within 100, 200 mile radius at least, or at no more, to get me a load going somewhere else. I don't want to come back right away. I'll stay out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Whatever it takes to provide for my family, that's what I'll do. But I'm not going to pay you 20+%, especially not anymore. I already learned my lesson. For me to go from Denver, Colorado to Carlisle, Indiana, or further, Connecticut is one of them, and then have to deadhead all the way back home. One, because I don't have my own authority, which is not their fault, it's my fault. And I got load boards on my phone and my computer, but I don't have full access because I don't have my DOT number and motor carrier number. If I did, believe me, I would have had it already booked and gone. But these companies that I got right here in Colorado, I'm paying them 20+% of what I'm making, and they're not offering great service. Now let's say that said dispatch services, I'm paying 20% to them and I'm making 80, right? I would gladly do that if it's justifiable by them getting me a load from Denver, going to Carlisle, Indiana, or Chicago, or anywhere else, and then before I get to that location, they already have me another dispatch going to somewhere else. And then by the time I get to that other place, they got me another dispatch going somewhere else. And then I get another dispatch to somewhere else. You know, keep me moving. If my tires ain't moving, it's just like a semi. I ain't making no damn money. I'm wasting money. Because if you're sitting, what are you doing? You still got to eat. You still need a place to sleep. I sleep in my van most of the time, unless I'm fully loaded and then I get a room. Now, I would pay the 20% on something like that. But not when there's dispatch services out there that people are paying 10% or less for, and them dispatchers are way better dispatchers. Some of them. I know there's nightmares out there, I've heard. So that's what makes me nervous. That's also, my wife is already dispatching, so why not have her come home and dispatch from home? And she knows how to keep people busy because she's been doing it. So I'm not going to go out there and pay somebody 25% or 50% just because they got a DOT number, they got a motor carrier number, they got a broker's license. I'm not going to pay them that kind of money anymore. That's not going to happen. After the first of the year, my wife's going to be my dispatcher. I'm going to be the driver, and she's going to be getting her brokerage license. Possible. We haven't decided 100%, but it's a good possibility. And if anybody is interested in dispatch services, just leave your comments down below. If you have a idea or questions about certain things about the business, leave them down below. I am no expert. This is my opinion and only from my experiences. So if you take it, don't blame me for you failing. Again, you don't know my income. You don't know what I pay out. Most people, for what I pay a month living in Colorado, is high for cost of living out here. Most people will not be able to afford what my cost of living is here and make what they make, or so I really don't want to put numbers out there, but I know potentially, let's say you can make double digits a month, or 5 figures a month. Yeah, so you can make 10, 11, 12, 13,000 in a cargo van if it's done right. But you got to be willing to travel. You can't be sitting. You can't be letting people let you sit. You have to be very on top of it and have them getting you loads so you're not wasting your time. I make my dispatchers that I'm paying 20+% right now irritated, because if I don't hear from them after I deliver a load within the next 2 hours max, I call them. I send an email. I call them. I send an email. And I do that until I get a load. And if I don't get a load by a certain time, then I start heading back towards my home 20. Because I'm not going to sit somewhere for 2 days. I'm wasting money sitting. And honestly, if you're sitting, you're wasting more money than you would be if you just deadheaded home. It doesn't matter if it's 2,000 miles. Think about it like this: if you're sitting there for 4 days, let's say, even 3 days, 2 days. Let's say you're paying a hotel fee because you want to shower and you want to watch TV. You want to get out of the vehicle because you've already been in it for a week. All right. So you're paying for a hotel. Let's say $60 on a hotel. So $60, $70 on a hotel, right? Let's say 60. So that's $120 right there. I don't know what your vehicle will take, but $120, that is 2 fill-ups for me. 2 fill-ups from empty to get back towards the house. Then you figure you have to pay for food. On average, even McDonald's is costing $8 to $10. Let's say $9 to eat breakfast, eat lunch, and eat dinner. So you're paying, let's say 18, 20, $27. Let's say you're paying $27 a day on top of the hotel. you're paying 27. Let's say close to $200 you're paying to sit there for 2 days. Yeah, for 2 days. You're paying, let's say you pay close to $200 for you to sit for 2 days. Well, $200, no matter where I'm at in the United States, would have got me home. And I wouldn't have had to be sleeping in a hotel. I would have been able to sleep at home in my bed, next to my wife, and be in the house with my kids, enjoying my kids, instead of doing this and being out on the road. And I'm not going to do that. It's a waste of money. Even if I stayed in my van, I still got to pay $27 a day to eat minimum. And that's not counting, you know, you might need to take a shower. So at a truck stop, a shower is $12. So if you're taking a shower every day and you're sitting, because I don't know about you, but when I can take a shower and I can take one every day, I'm taking a shower. So you figure 2 days, that's $24, $48 on top of your $27 a day. You could have drove home by that time, man. Been with your family. And if you don't have family, okay, you still could have drove home, seen your mom and dad or whoever. But yeah, that's the video. I'm at my delivery here at the airport. I will post this. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you have a personal comment and you don't want to put it out in the comment section, comment to me. Tell me that you want to send me an email or something like that, and I'll put my email, send my email to you, and you can contact me through the email. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. You guys have a great day. Simple Express out.